people there, and high-profile people there, and government of Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. And we had a wonderful time and all of that. And then also, kinunan din namin from Korean bank, second largest bank from Korea. Ayun sila ng banko rin sa Pilipinas. And then they also had that in Makati Shangri-La. And all the parties and the program, and all those stuff. Big people, high-profile people, politicians, bankers, etc. And sabi ko nga, it's all good, masaya, and success, and investments, and direction, everybody was celebrating, and all of that. But pag mga ganitong time, sabi ko lagi, hindi nawawala sa isip ko yung, anong pinagkaiba? Hindi ko nawawala sa isip ko. Every time when I go to these events, hindi nawawala sa isip ko, anong pinagkaiba? We celebrate success, and then go on, celebrate one another, celebrate another success, another. Sabi ko, that's all fine. And then I always come to a point na ma-realize mo, marami naman dyan na ganyan din ang ginagawa eh. Hindi lang naman sila. There are other people who are doing the same thing, establishing their companies, and establishing their own kingdoms in other parts of the world. It's all the same. May iba lang yung levels and degrees. Iba mas sikat, iba mas established, mas mayaman, mas successful, mas sikat. But it's all the same. Sabi ko, ano pinagkaiba? Somehow I realized na the message of Christ is something na iba. When you compare all the things that we do sa mundo, pare-pareho lang. Pero it is only the message of Jesus ang walang katulad. Amen. It's only this, the Bible, walang katulad. It's only the love of God for man, walang katulad. It's unique. It's unique. It's not just, the normal thing that we do sa buhay. But it's unique. And sabi ko, Lord, I appreciate you. I appreciate yung mensahe mo na nakarating sa pandinig ko, na mahal mo ko at may plano ka sa akin at iniligtas mo ko sa kasalanan. I think it's nice. I can be somebody else sa mundong ito and do the same thing that everybody does. But what's the difference? And I'm thankful, and I'm thankful also for you, na I pray that somehow ganun din po ang maging effect ng Panginoon sa buhay po natin. And everything that we do is somebody unique, and His message is unique. No matter kung anong stage mo ng buhay natin, no matter how old we get, magbago man yung circumstances, His message is unique, but the same throughout our lives, na hindi siya nawawala, hindi siya nagbabago. So, ayun, I just wanted to share that, and that's just basically my introduction. And can we just pray before we go to the Word of God? Lord, thank you for this time and opportunity that we're here, and we think of you. We think of you, the God of the universe. We think of you, Savior of the world, Lord Jesus, our Savior. And you are unique from compared sa araw-araw namin ginagawa, Lord. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to meditate on that. That we can do the same things over and over again in our lives. But you're somebody that transcends all of it. That's bigger than all of it. It's more wonderful than all that we do and accomplish sa buhay po namin. So today, Lord, gusto lang namin pasalamatan for reaching out to us. reminding us how faithful you are, and that in you, man will truly find peace. That in the God of the Bible, man shall truly find joy and fulfillment that is constant, that never leaves, never changes in the passage of time. And you are somebody that, a message that transcends cultures, different geographical areas, Lord. And you're somebody na yung mensahe ninyo is para sa lahat. Doesn't matter kung anong social status namin, anong status namin sa buhay, or kung ano man lahi namin, or ano man dumi ang pinaggalingan namin. It's the same message, and the message of God's love. And in fact, hindi mo nga kami sinusukat kung anong meron kami, or kung ano yung kaya namin. Pero minamahal mo kami, basically kung sino lang kami. That you created us in your own image, in your own likeness. And that's all the reason that you have to love us. That's all the reason you have to want to talk to us and spend time with us. So Lord, gusto namin magpasalamat for this wonderful, wonderful truth. You always keep reminding us Sunday after Sunday the truth of your word, truth of your gospel, the truth of eternal life with you, the truth of a meaningful and purposeful existence in all that we do, which we can find in your word. So Lord, we simply dedicate this precious time, private time, the dedicated time para sa iyo. And we pray, Lord, na mapuno po ang aming spirito as physical food nourishes our physical bodies. So your word nourishes our soul and spirit, Lord. Kami po ay lumalakas muli na gawin yung dapat namin gawin at mamuhay ng para sa iyo, whether in private or in public, sa mga trabaho po namin, sa mga pamilya po namin. So Lord, once again, salamat for the divine truth that you communicate that is greater than all our achievements combined and greater than all human success. This is worth our time. Your word is worth our time. Knowing you is worth our effort. And worshiping you is worth all our hearts. So Lord, nandito po kami for no other reason but because of you. Lord Jesus, Master, Redeemer and Savior and friend of our lives, of our families, of our jobs, of our health, of our companies and our businesses, Lord, which you have given to us and empowered us to do so. So, yun lang, Lord, we just want to say that to you. We just want to say that to you. So, open our hearts, Lord, as we study your word. And thank you for the privilege of hearing your gospel. So we pray this, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen. Kung ipagpatuloy yung pinag-usapan ko natin last time, and I hope that you would learn something new from this. I was recently studying regarding your status when it comes to believers of Christ, na lahat po ng tao na nanampalataya kay Jesus ay tinatawag pong alipin. You and I, when we come to Jesus, tayo po ay hindi lang po anak ng Diyos, but one of our relationship with Christ is not only shepherd and sheep, teacher and disciple, but one of those is that He is Master at tayo po ay alipin. Lahat po na lumalapit kay Kristo at dinedeclare siya ang Panginoon ay ibig sabihin po noon ay tayo po ay kanyang alipin. Kaya nga po may Panginoon, meron pong alipin. So gusto ko pong ituloy ngayon yung series na ito about taking a look na ano po ba ang implikasyon, ano po ba ang dapat kong maintindihan kung sino ko kay Kristo. Ang tinignan po natin, since ako nga po ay isang alipin ng Diyos at yun po ay doulos sa translation, there's no other translation of doulos but slave. Ang mga apostol, they said that they were slaves of Christ, hindi lang po servants, hindi lang po somebody lang pupunta, hindi lang po yung konsepto na parang empleyado, pero alipin na pagmamayari talaga ng Panginoong Yesus. When we come to Jesus, tayo po ay magmamayari niya. Nang ito pong mensahe natin, normally mahirap lunukin, mahirap siyang lunukin para sa bawat isa. At lalong-lalo sa mundo, na kapag sumunod ka kay Yesus Cristo, binigay po natin ang nating buhay natin sa Kanya, ay hindi na po tayo ang susunod pero ang nais niya sa buhay natin. So tignan po natin kung ano po yung mga napag-aralan natin for the past couple of weeks when it comes to the characteristic of a slave of Christ. Ano po ba yung mga implikasyon nito kapag tayo po ay alipin ng Diyos? Tinignan po natin last time, what we have studied is a brief recap, na kapag tayo po ay nanampalataya kay Jesus and made Him as Lord and Savior of our lives, one of those implications is ang isang tao po ay pagmamayari na po ng Diyos at ni Kristo. Number one, implications of being a slave of Jesus is that He is exclusively owned by God. Peter says that you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for God's own possession. Tayo po ay pagmamayari na ng Diyos at hindi na po ang pang-sarili lang po. Dahil pagmamayari tayo, dahil tayo po binili, we were not redeemed with perishable things like silver or gold from your futile way of life inherited from your forefathers, but with precious blood, as of a lamb unblemished and spotless, the blood of Christ. Tayo po'y pagmamayari ng Diyos in Christ or ni Kristo dahil binili niya tayo ng Kanya pong dugo at ng Kanya pong sakripisyo. At hindi lang po tayo exclusively owned, tayo po, since we are a slave of Jesus, we are no longer under our own self, but ang nais po ng Diyos ay tayo po'y magpasakop sa Kanya. God's will and plan, and no longer the person's will and plan is in effect. Natural, pag ang isa pong tao ay pagmamayari ni Kristo, siya na po ang master, hindi na po tayo. His will and not our will is now more important. Sabi doon, if you confess with your mouth Jesus as Lord, and believe in your heart that God raised Him from the dead, you will be saved. Mahalaga po nating maintindihan when we come to Christ, He is now Lord and Savior, at tayo po ay nakapakasakop sa Kanya pong pagiging Diyos at Master ng ating pong buhay. We submit to His will and no longer ours. In other words, it's complete submission. Not only are we exclusively owned, and we ought to completely submit sa Kanya pong plano sa buhay natin at nais niya sa buhay natin, ang isa pong alipin ni Kristo is singularly devoted to Him. Ibig sabihin po when we come to Jesus, ang duty, ang obligasyon at ang purpose na po natin ay paligayahin o sundin ng Diyos. Dahil ako po ay pagmamayari ng Diyos, I submit to the Master's will. Ang duty ko at purpose ko kung bakit ako namubuhay ay para mamuhay lamang sa Kanya. In fact, the Lord makes it clear in Luke chapter 17, this is what we talked about last time. Sabi niyo sa parable, which of you, having a slave plowing or tending sheep, will say to him when he is coming from the field, come immediately and sit down to eat? He's talking to the disciples, sabi niya, sino ba sa inyo may alipin dito? Hindi ba kapag galing sa field or galing sa trabaho yung alipin, pinauupo mo ba kaagad dyan, pinakakain mo? Of course not. Ano yung sinasabi mo sa alipin mo? Verse 8, but will he not say to him, prepare something for me to eat, and properly clothe yourself and serve me while I eat and drink? And afterward, you may eat and drink. Hindi ba yan ang ginagawa nating mga amo sa alipin? The answer is of course yes. That's a rhetorical question. Alam na po ng mga disipulo yan na kapag ikaw, amo ka, may alipin ka, galing sa trabaho, unang-unang magbibihis yan, magsuserve yan, pakakainin ka, kahit pagod na pagod ka, kahit pagod na pagod yung alipin, tapos saka pa lang siya kakain. Right? He does not, verse 9, he does not thank the slave because he did the things which were commanded. Does he? Pinasasalamatan ba niya yung alipin niya na binili niya? Of course not, dahil trabaho po niya yun eh. Pagmamayari po siya ng kanyang amo. So you too, verse 10, when you do all the things which are commanded, you say we are unworthy slaves. We have done only that which we ought to have done. In other words, the Lord is saying to us na ganoon din po tayo. When we do something for the Lord, in fact, wala po siyang utang at na loob sa atin. Pag tayo po ay sumasamba sa Kanya, naglilingkod sa Kanya, wala po siyang utang na loob na bayaran tayo or i-reward tayo. Because a slave of Jesus is just doing what He ought to do. Ang lahat po na nanampalataya kay Yesu Cristo, yun po ang duty at obligasyon. Right? Kung meron man pong reward, prerogative po yun ng Master. Right? Prerogative po ni Kristo o ng Diyos kung tayo po'y alipin niya, kung nire-reward tayo o hindi. But all the while, all the time, ang duty natin is to please Him. Kaya sabi nun, when we do the things commanded us, we say, unworthy slaves, we have done only that which we ought to have done. In other words, ang isa pong alipin ni Kristo na nagpasakop sa Kanya, exclusively owned, singularly devoted, and completely submitted to Him. Now that's difficult, isn't it? Parang hirap pong lunukin, hindi ba? Na parang lahat, it's all about the Lord, it's no longer about me. But that's the message of the gospel. It's no longer us, but it's about the will of the Lord. So those are the things na pinag-aralan po natin last time. God's will and no longer ours. And our duty and obligation is to please the Master and is to serve Him and to live for God. So now we're going to take a look at another characteristic po. If we call ourselves a Christian, then that is our status po sa Diyos. Ano ba po ang pwede natin malaman bilang isang alipin ng Panginoong Yesus? Number 4, ang isa pong alipin ng Diyos or ng Panginoong Yesus is totally dependent on Him. So we're not just exclusively owned, we're not just completely submitted to the Master's will, we're not just devoted to Him, our duty and obligation is for Him, but a slave of Christ is also totally dependent on Him. Now, ano po ibig sabihin ito? Now, think about this. If we use the analogy po ng isang alipin, which is yung po ang pinagpunto po ng mensahe, or being a slave of Christ, isn't it true na isa pong alipin na binili ng kanyang master, yung master ang nagpapakain, nagpapainom, at nagdadamit sa kanyang alipin? Right? Sino po ang nagpo-provide sa alipin? The master. Who provides for the slave and who clothes the slave? The master. In other words, even in the Roman times, yung context po na yon, a slave is totally dependent sa kanyang master for his basic needs. Food, water, clothing, shelter, and in fact, yung magiging asawa ng alipin, sino namimili? Yung master. Hindi po sila pwedeng mamili ng kanilang asawa kasi nga, they are owned by their master. They have no free will of their own. The master's choice is their master. In fact, kung medyo mabait-bait yung boss po natin o yung master na nakabili sa atin, pwede tayong mabigyan ng salary or ng sahod sa ating pong ginagawa. But most of the time, wala po yun. Kapag mabait lang po yung master, binibigyan po ng salary o ng sahod sa kanya pong mga obligasyon and duty to serve the master para pag nakaipon ka, pwede mong bilhin yung kalayaan mo. Right? Kasi doon, wala naman chance makalaya ang isang slave. So in other words, a slave is dependent to his master. So in the same way, we Christians, a slave of Jesus, we are totally dependent on God for our needs. A person who believes in God, follows Jesus, is his slave, and is therefore completely dependent sa lahat ng pangangailangan niya sa Master. Now you might ask, what do you mean? How does this work? What do you mean I'm dependent on God? What do you mean ang lahat ng pangangailangan ko depende sa Master, depende sa kanyang provision, dependent sa kanya? Well, think about this. Ang isa pong alipin nagtatrabaho, hindi ba? May iba-ibang klaseng alipin. There's different kinds of slave. May slave po sa household, sa bahay. Meron din pong slave that cultivates the farms. Meron din pong mga slaves that do constructions and etc. Marami pong klaseng alipin na may ginagawa pong trabaho. Pero, gumagawa sila ng trabaho nila, ang kapalit nun is the master provides for them. Right? Bakit pinoprovide ng master at kinecare ng master yung mga alipin? Kasi investment sila. Pag hindi mo pinakain yung alipin mo, manghihina, yung binili mo, masasayang. Liability, hindi asset. Kaya inaalagaan nun ng mga master yung kanilang slave dahil asset at investment po sila. May part na ginagawa yung alipin, nagkatrabaho, ang kapalit po nun ay provision po ng master. Because their investment and property and the master cares and provides for them. Now, ang equal po ito sa atin, if we are a slave of Jesus, ang master also provides for us. Tayo, nagtatrabaho din po tayo. We think, we plan, we work, we study, we do our effort so that we may eat and pay the bills. Gumagawa po tayo ng part natin. But ultimately, ang Diyos po, our master is the one that opens these doors of opportunities. He's the one that leads us and guides us and gives us the strength and the capacity and the wisdom and the jobs and the opportunities and the health and the strength to actually accomplish those tasks that we have on earth. You see? You say, what do you mean? Teka muna. So, ibig sabihin, pinag-provide na ako ng master ko dahil investment ako? No. The difference po ng isang earthly master, he takes care of his slave because investment siya at property siya. But Christ takes care of us as His slaves, as His people, because He loves us. Yun po yung ina-explain ko na may ibang klase ng relationship. May father, may son. Next time, pag-usapan natin yun. In fact, si Jesus is also a friend. Hindi lang po siya master. He's also a friend. Di ba? But what I'm talking about is that illustration na if ang alipin nagtatrabaho, the master provides, we believers, we also do our part, and so God ultimately provides for our needs. Not because we're investments, but because Christ is a loving master to His people. Kaya nga, when a Christian is totally dependent on his master, the Lord Jesus, kaya nga napakaraming promises po sa Biblia, right? That keeps reminding us that I'll take care of your needs because I'm your good and faithful master. What are those familiar passages? Sabi ni Lord, for this reason I say to you, do not be worried about your life, as to what you will eat or what you will drink, nor for your body as to what you will put on. Is not life more than food and the body more than clothing? He's talking to us as a master. I'm your master, you're my people, I'm going to take care of you. Do not worry about those things. Verse 31, he says, do not worry then, saying, what will we eat? Or what will we drink? Or what will we wear for clothing? Because in other words, sabi ni Lord na siya nga magpo-provide. Right? Ang nakakatawa dyan, sa verse 25, sabi doon, do not be worried. Sinasabi po ng Lord, kung nag-aalala ka, huwag ka mag-aalala. Tigilan mo yung pag-aalala mo. Sabi niya naman ngayon sa verse 31, do not worry then. Kung hindi ka pa nag-aalala, huwag mo nang simulang mag-alala. Gets mo, wala ka ng takas eh. Kung nag-aalala ka, nag-worry ka, kung paano ka po-provide yung mga pangangailangan mo. Sabi ni Lord, if I'm your master, if I'm your Lord, if I'm your Savior, don't worry, stop worrying, and don't start worrying. See? That's why there are those promises. The Lord lifts Himself as the master who cares and provides for His people. Ano pa yung mga ibang promises pa po? Philippians 4:19, my God will supply what? All your needs according to His riches in glory in Christ Jesus. Furthermore, Paul writes to the Corinthians, and God is able to make all grace abound to you, so that always having what? All sufficiency in everything, you may have an abundance for every good deed. And you know, it's interesting, kaya po tayo pinoprovide ng Diyos dahil meron po siyang purpose doon. It says there, having all sufficiency in everything, you may have an abundance. What's the purpose for that abundance? God's provision? For every good deed. You see? So in other words, He takes care of us as His people, as His slaves, as a loving master whom He bought from the slavery of sin. Hindi lang po para alagaan tayo, pero para may purpose po yung ating pong buhay sa lahat po ng binibigay niya sa atin. Right? Whether it be wisdom, or influence, or position, diba? Marami pong bagay yan eh. Ang mahalaga, when we understand that it comes from Him, we understand na may purpose po doon. But the point is, if Christ is our master, yun po ang promises niya. Don't worry, stop worrying, depend on me, I'm gonna provide, because a slave is dependent on his master, hence you depend on me. Don't just depend on ourselves. Now, question po, medyo napaisip din ako dito eh. Okay Lord, kung master kita, sabi mo, you will provide for my needs. At sabi doon, The needs, yung sinabi mo niya sa Matthew, yung needs na yun is, sabi niya, look at the birds of the air, kumakain sila, hindi sila nagtatrabaho. Tignan mo yung mga flowers, may mga damit sila, or napakaganda nila, how much more you? Basic needs, right? Okay Lord, kung master kita, provide mo basic needs ko. Right? Teka muna. Kung physical na needs lang pala ang providean mo, Lord, bakit pa kita kailangan maging Panginoon ko? Ulitin ko po yun. Kung physical needs lang ang ipoprovide ni Kristo as to become His slave, para maging master siya, bakit di naman kita kailangan kaya ko magtrabaho sa sarili ko Hello? Ulitin ko po yun. Pwede naman akong mabuhay, kumain 3 times a day, clothe myself, buy myself these things, and go to these places and establish my own kingdom, nang wala naman si Kristo Pwede ba yun? Pwede. Meron tayong kakayanan, di ba? For example, how about yung mga taong walang pananampalataya sa Diyos? The atheists. Right? Nakakakain naman sila. Basic needs yun. Right? Hindi naman nila master si Jesus. Well, how about those who have other gods and religions? Nakakakain naman sila. Nakakapag-aral naman sila. In fact, when you look at Europe, ang uunlad ng mga bansa niyan, majority of them does not even believe in the existence of God. Lalo sa mga part ng mga Sweden, Norway. You'll be surprised, religion is a joke there. Why is it na mas maunlad pa sila kaysa bansa natin? Now, we're supposed to be a God-fearing country. They can eat, they have good technology, and they have a very systematic government, and yung educational system nila, napakataas. So, teka muna, yun lang ba yung sinasabi ni Lord dito na a Christian is totally dependent on his master? Basic needs lang ba? First of all, think about this. Number 1, lahat ng tao dependent sa Diyos for basic needs. Lahat po ng tao, whether you're a believer of Christ or an atheist or another religion, we are dependent on God for basic needs. What do I mean? Saan galing ang araw? Where does rain come from? Sunlight. All the animals. Animal kingdom, the plants that we eat. All these natural resources, sino po pag-may-ari niyan? Diba? We're just working the field. Inaalagaan lang natin yung nature, but ultimately God created all of them. So whether may tao tayo sa Diyos, si Kristo man ang master natin or not, we all depend on God for our basic needs. Right? He could command the sun to stop shining and we're all dead. That's number 1 to think of. Lahat tayo dependent. Okay? Pero ano sinasabi ni Lord dito? If I become your master, you are totally dependent on me. In other words, hindi lang po physical needs tayo nagde-depend sa Panginoon natin, but ultimately, spiritual needs. A Christian or a person who follows Jesus and Christ is our master, we are totally dependent on Him, not just on the physical, but on the spiritual level. What do I mean? Our salvation, kanino nakadepend? Kay Kristo. When the time comes that we will stand before the judgment seat of God, who's gonna represent us? It's Jesus. Who's gonna say that I paid for that person's sin? It's Jesus. Who is gonna save us from the wrath of God? It's Jesus. Sino po ang nagbabago sa ating pong pagkatao? Sanctification, yung proseso ng pagiging more and more like Christ and loving more and more of God. Sino po ang gumagawa doon? We're dependent on Christ, isn't it? Not just the physical level needs, but on the spiritual ultimately. He's the one that helps us to be transformed. Right? Our spiritual growth, we are dependent on Him as our master. Because without Him, we cannot do all these things that we do. We cannot show Christ's likeness to the people if Christ is not even in us. And by the way, yung sinabi ko kaninang lahat po tayo nakadepend sa Diyos for our basic needs, that's what we call common grace. Theologians call it common grace. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Dahil ganun kabuti ang Diyos, kahit na hindi mo ako sambahin, I will provide you for your needs through your own strength. Sabi doon, Matthew 5:45, "For He, God, causes His sun to rise on the evil and the good." Totoo, hindi? Totoo. "The sun shines on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous." That's common grace. Everybody of us depends on God. The difference is, when Jesus becomes our master, it's not just the physical need, but the spiritual need is met. Yung kaluluwa at kaligtasan ng kaluluwa, hindi lang po yung stomach at gutom. That's the difference. So, as a believer of Christ, we are totally dependent on Him. Not just the physical, but ultimately the spiritual need. Because man does not live by bread alone. Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. Man does not live by bread alone, but from every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. So there you go, number 4. We are dependent on Christ as our master. Number 5, and this is the last of these points. Not only are we exclusively owned, but we ought to submit to Him and singularly devoted to our master. And because we are owned by Him, we are totally dependent on Him, not just the physical, but the spiritual. But not only that, when the person becomes a follower of Jesus, he becomes a slave of Christ, he is now personally accountable to Him. Ulitin ko po yun. A Christian is personally accountable to Christ now that he is a slave of Him. Ano po yung, paano po to explain? Ang isang alipin or slave, a doulos, is accountable to his master, right? Sabi ng master, bilhin kita. By the way, isa mga pinakamahal daw doon yung magaling magluto. Kapag alipin ka, di ba? So, nakapila yan sa mga slave market, may mga nakasabit kung anong kaya mong gawin to, kaya mong gawin to. Kung wala kang skill, dun ka sa mga dangerous and dirty jobs, sa mga minahan. Pag namatay ka, madali kang palitan. Right? So, lahat yan may mga kanya-kanyang obligation sa kanilang master kung bakit sila binili. May purpose po sila. Right? In other words, kapag binili ng master yung slave niya, accountable siya sa master kung how he carries out his task and duty. Kung magluto, accountable tayo kung gaano kasarap yung luto na yan. Kung ang slave is to cultivate the farm at magkaroon ng ani, or patubuin yan, or alagain yung mga kabayo, alagain yung mga camels, the slave is accountable to his master kung paano aalagaan yun. Kung mamatay yan, yung kabayo ko, yari ka. Pero kung mabuhay, ang lakas niyan, wow, okay okay Diba? A slave is accountable to his master how one carries out his duties and obligation. Sinusukat po how faithful, how diligent it is. Right? A slave has responsibility. Not only is he accountable, he's responsible sa task na binigay sa kanya ng kanyang master. Right? Kung the master is pleased, then may approval or possibly reward. Kung yung hindi natuwa yung master sa kanyang pong performance bilang isang alipin, then possible na siya po i-disiplinahin or i-correct or i-punish. Right? In other words, a slave is accountable to his master. In the same way, all those who are Christians, who claim they follow Jesus, who are now slaves of His Master Christ, is also accountable to Him. We are accountable how we carry out our duties and obligation to Him. How faithful and diligent we are with the task He assigns us. What do you mean? Say, okay, I'm accountable to Christ as my master. My duty and my obligation. So ang tanong po doon, ano nga po ba ang obligasyon natin? Di ba? Okay, I'm a slave of Christ. Ano nga ba ang obligasyon ko sa'yo? Ano nga ba ang duty ko? What is the Christian's duty and obligation to his master? What does Jesus command? Anong obligasyon ko? Okay, kung ang alipin, ang obligasyon niya sa master niya, sabihin ng master niya, this is I command you, alagaan mo yung kabayo, palakihin mo yan, dapat manalo ako sa karera, in the Coliseum, so you're accountable to that, that's what I command you, fulfill it. Right? So tayo, anong duty natin? Kung ano yung kinocommand ni Kristo. Make sense, right? So tanong po doon, what does Jesus command us? Ano mo ba yung kinocommand ni Kristo sa kanyang mga mananampalataya? We're very familiar with this. Just a few of those examples, right? For example, ano yung kinocommand ni Jesus in Matthew 28:19? We ought to go and make disciples of all nations. We ought to teach them. We ought to share. We ought to tell them about Christ. Whether sa ating pong pananalita o sa ating pong mamumuhay. The Great Commission, to tell about Jesus Christ to others. That's His clear command, isn't it? In other words, it's my duty, our duty as well. You know, it's interesting, nakakatawa, sinasabi mo, di ba, pastor ka, duty mo yan. No! No! It's each believer's duty and obligation.
Amen.
Right? Iba-iba lang po yung way ng atin pong gagawin yun. Some sa kanilang pamumuhay, some sa kanilang pananalita, iba-iba. But the principle is the same. Tell about me sa iba. Tell people that I live and I will save them from their sins. And I want to be their master. Tell it to them. Ano ba yung mga ibang kinumaan ni Jesus? Number 2, Christ-likeness. In John 13:34, is it there? Yeah. Sabi ni Lord, very clear command. John 13, verse 34. Sabi doon, a new commandment I give to you, that you what? What's the command? Love one another. Even as I have loved you, that you also love one another. In other words, what's my duty as a Christian? Love your neighbor. Right? Love your friends, love our families, in however way we can show it. Because that's how Jesus loved us. Mahalin po natin yung kapitbahay natin na hating gabi na nagbibidyo pa rin. Alas 12 na. You know, parang sabi ko nga one time, hindi ko alam, may one time na nagising ako. You know, I wake up parang 4:30 normally pag Sunday. One time nagising ako, alas 2. Yung katabi namin, yung building doon na pauupahan, ang lakas magpatugtog ng radyo. Eh, yung radyo ba, hindi po may mga electric guitar. Pambira, anong oras na ba? Ay ko, sige. One time lang yan, Pag hindi, re-report ko to sa barangay, Lord. Hindi mo gusto mong babain, gusto mong sabihin, hoy, linggo ngayon, Diba? Meron pa akong gagawin, isip pa ako, ang bihira. So, parang somehow, gusto mong babain pero suddenly, somehow yung bago mong pagkatao, give him one more chance. So, nung one time, nagpasko. Bilang kinabukasan, meron na naman. Sabi ko, ba naman to? Ay, alam mo, talagang gusto mong gigil na gigil ka na. Sabi ko, bira tong tibay nito, Alas 2, alas 3, ang ingay-ingay. Sabi ko, sige, last time, Lord. Sabi mo, love one another, love your neighbor. Ano ibig sabihin, what is love? Love is patient, love is kind. Yan yan, di ba? It's not a feeling, it's a choice. So, mahalin mo yan. Paano mo mahalin yung kapitbahay mo? Maging pasensyoso ka. Give him one more chance. And you know, buti na lang kinabukasan, somehow bilang, hindi na nagpapatugtog. Something happened. But you see the point, di ba? Somehow, yung ganung mga klase, Christ-likeness, that's what Jesus commands us. Kung talagang barong-bang tayo, hoy, Hindi lang ikaw ang tao sa mundo. Hindi lang ikaw anak ng Diyos, You know, there was one time na ang lakas din pag-video, okay? Yung dalawa kong kapatid, yung kapatid yung isa, parang alas 12 na rin naman yun. Same building! Sabi ko, pag alas 1 hindi pa yan nawawala. Babayan namin. Alas 2 na, wala pa. Labas kami, Kung talagang salbahin na tayo, merong maliit na megaphone kami. Hoy, magpatulog ka! Ano gusto mo, Habang kami ngayon, kasi ko na kinakatok ko pa walang sumasagot Diba? So, hindi kami mga kapitbahay mo, tuwang-tuwa na ikaw yung naglakas ng loob na sumigaw doon, silip sa bintana, yes. Pare-pareho pala kami na istorbo, ayaw lang mag-step forward, diba? Kung loko-loko lang din, diba? Awayin mo talaga yun But, Jesus commands us to love, because that's how He is to us. He's patient, He's long-suffering, so somehow, it ought to reflect to us. Mahirap? Yes. Lalabas ba yung minsan pagiging lumang pagkatao? Yes. Minsan gusto mo pa rin maging Kristiyano mo, Teka muna, Lord. Time off muna ako sa pagiging Kristiyano. Sasapakin ko lang to, isot ulit. Hingi na ulit ako tawad sa iyo. Christ-likeness, that's my duty to Him. Not only that, another one of the many is Luke 10:27. Very familiar. It's the worship and honor of God. What is the greatest commandment of all? Love God, all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's a command. It's not a suggestion. Ulitin ko po yun. All these things, take note, all these things that we are talking about, that's a command of God. Hindi po yan suggestion. Think about it. It's not saying now, well, you know, if you feel like it, you can do this. It's a command. It's different. And me, as a slave of Christ, I'm obliged to obey it. And how faithful and diligent I am to that command, yun po sinusukat ng Diyos. Yung ating pong faithfulness sa Kanya. Mahirap po, it's difficult, and that's the challenge for all of us. And even for me. Kaya nga, when it comes to our accountability with Jesus, Him, Master, we as our slaves, we always have to ask ourselves, how are we manifesting this in our lives? Paano po ba natin siya naipapakita sa buhay natin? Sa pang-araw-araw natin ginagalawan. Yun po yun eh. Babagsak po yan sa atin individually. Paano ko ba nagagawa yung Great Commission? Paano ko ba nagiging Christ-like? Paano ko po ba na-worship at na-honor ng Diyos? Right? Iba-iba po kasi yan eh. Ang mahalaga, kuha natin yung prinsipyo na this is our duty and obligation to Him as our Master, and we are bound to obey Him. Right? How are we manifesting these in our lives? What do you mean I am accountable to Jesus? Because in the end, we shall all give account to our Master. Romans 14. So then, each one of us, Paul is talking to those who have already believed in Him in Rome. Each one of us will give an account to himself to God. And the judgment seat, the judgment day, and even until now, bibilangin ko lahat yan. Gano'n ka naging faithful dito, gano'n mo ko sinunod o hindi sinunod dito. Each one of us will be accountable to God, our Master, to Christ. And also in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ. Sino po? We, all of us. We will appear in the judgment seat of Christ. Why? So that each one may be recompensed for his deeds in the body. Ano po yan? Yung mga ginawa at hindi natin ginawa sa mundo ito. Tayo po'y husgahan ng Diyos. According to what He has done, whether good or bad. In other words, each one of us, we shall answer to the Lord ultimately. Because that's our duty to obey His command. At lahat po ng yun, susuriin po ng Diyos in the very, very end. So we ought to ask ourselves, how am I manifesting all these things in buhay ko? And how am I obeying His commands? So if a slave obeys his master, the master is pleased, there's approval and also possible reward. Ganon din po sa mga Kristiyano. In the end, the Lord will say to those faithful people, sasabihin niya, well done, my good and faithful what? Slave. Hindi lang po siya servant, slave, doulos. Well done, my good and faithful slave. Right? But when he is displeased, magkakaroon din po ng discipline, correction, and punishment, not just in this life. Paano po ba natin siya na-displease? I'm a slave, he's my master. Paano po siya na-displease o hindi siya nasusunod? Well, kapag ang isang tao, or ako, or tayo pinagkakasala, ano po ba yung mga kasalanan natin? There are sin of omission and sin of commission. Clear ko lang po ito. Paano po ba hindi nasusunod ng Panginoon pag tayo pinagkakasala? Pag ginagawa natin yung mga ayaw niyang gawin, and sin of omission, kapag hindi natin ginagawa yung gusto niyang gawin natin. Ulitin ko po yun. The sin of commission is doing the things that He does not want us to do. Thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not, thou shalt not. Right? Pag kinamit natin yun, pag ginawa natin yun in our mind, in our action, in our speech, that's sin that displeases the Master. But there's also a sin of omission. He says, go do this. Go here. Worship me. Do this and do that. When we don't do that, that's also a sin. That's a sin of omission. Right? Because our duty is what? To obey Him. So that's how He is displeased. Pag tayo may nagkakasala in sin of omission and omission. Or when we obey, we please Him, our Master and our Savior. So how do I conclude this as I end? So here are the things, once again, as I end, conclusion, and we'll pray. If I am a slave of Jesus, I am exclusively owned, I was bought by Him. He paid for my sin, saved me from the wrath of God, and I am now His slave. If I am now His slave or His doulos, then I am submitted to His will. If I am submitted to His will, then my duty and purpose and obligation is para na mahalin siya at kilalanin siya at ang buhay para sa Kanya. But with that, is dependent din po ako sa Kanya, sa lahat po ng aking pangangailangan, both physical and spiritual. And ultimately, we will all be accountable to Him in the end. Slaves of Christ, the message of God to the world, it's hard to accept. Mahirap po siyang tanggapin. But that is the truth and the reality of Scripture. There's no other way. We are slaves of Jesus for those who follow Him. All who desire to be saved, ang lahat po ng tao na nais maligtas sa kanya pong kasalanan and from the wrath of God must surrender to the Lordship of Christ. If we confess that with our mouth that Jesus as Lord, that's the condition. It's non-negotiable. You want to be saved? You want to have forgiveness? Saved from the wrath of God? Lordship of Christ. Understand that He is Lord and Master. But some of us might say na parang ang hirap naman, parang nakaka-degrade naman. Right? But think about this. The apostles saw it as a high honor to be a slave of Christ. The apostles saw it a privilege and an honor na maging alipin ng hari ng mga hari. Right? They wrote it in their letters. Bakit ganun nila tinitingnan yun? Kasi noong unang panahon, kung sino ang nakabili sa'yo, ganun din yung pribilehiyo mo. Kung ikaw, alipin ka ni Caesar, kung alipin ka ng Emperor of Rome, you had a high status. Right? If I am a slave of this emperor, wow, napaka-pribilehiyo ko. Hindi lang yan kung sino-sino. Pero kung slave ka lang ng pipitsuging somebody lang, nandun din yung honor mo. And so that's why in the apostles' mind, it's not a shame to admit that I'm a slave and the doulos of Jesus because He's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. There's no shame in that. Amen. Bakit ko ikahihiya yun? He's the Master of the universe. It's not degrading. It's an honor and a privilege. Amen. Because the status of a slave depends on the master he serves. Parang ganito yan eh. Sa atin po, we take pride kung kanino tayo nagtatrabaho. Right? Kung mas malaking kumpanya yan, mas mataas na pride. Kung simple lang yan, di mas mababa. Di ba? Kung PA, assistant tayo ng presidente, wow, assistant ng president yan. Pero kung assistant lang tayo sa isang convenience store, di ba? Parang, you get the point? Meron pong honor and privilege kung saan po tayo nakapaloob. Right? Ganun din po yun when it comes to who we serve as a slave. And it's an honor to be a slave of Jesus. The only one who historically rose from the dead. Hindi lang po kwento-kwento, hindi lang po religion, hindi lang po tradition, but somebody who you can prove that He lives and He exists. But you know what's interesting? Here's what's interesting. You say, ayan, alipin, parang hirap ah. Okay, intindihan ko. But you know the good news? We are not just slaves of Christ. We are more than slaves. You know that? Ito po. You and I are more than slaves because you and I are slaves who are a friend of Jesus. Sabi niya sa John 15:15, as I end, I will close in prayer. No longer do I call you slaves, for the slave does not know what his master is doing. Totoo mali. Ang isang alipin, pag inutusan ng master niya, gawin mo to, kailangan bang explain ng master kung bakit mo pinagagawa yun? No. Because that's the slave's duty. No longer do I call you slaves, for the slave does not know what his master is doing. But I have called you friends. Why? For all things that I have heard from my Father, I have made known to you. That's the difference. We are not just slaves, we are also Christ's friend. Somebody who is high as that, the master. Yet we can come to Him and say, Lord, may pangangailangan ako eh. Lord, you know, I have this prayer request. You know, Lord, I have things going on in my mind and in my heart. You and I can talk to Him. He's not some master na nakaupo lang dyan and say, do this, do this, do that. Pagkatapos mo dyan, punta ka rito, paglutuan mo ako, magdamit ka, after, then paghaliin mo ako ng pagkain, tapos kung kumain, gasa mo pa ako, then, tsaka ka kumain. That's the earthly slavery. Roman times, Greek times, and even the American time, colonial times, yung 18th century. But the difference is, Jesus as our master is not that kind of master. His master is also na pwede mong lapitan. A friend. No longer do I call you slaves, but a friend can come to me. Not only that, yung purpose ko, gusto kong malaman mo. I'm your master and I want you to know why I made you my child and my slave. Because I have a purpose for you. And this purpose for you is the Father's purpose sa buhay mo. He has made things known to us. All things that I have learned from my Father, I have made known to you. We know kung bakit tayo Kristiyano, we know kung bakit natin siya minamahal, we know kung ano ang identity natin sa Kanya, we know these things. And that's for next time. More than slaves who are friends. Because we know the purpose why the Master commands us to do certain tasks. Hindi lang po niya sinasabi na maging ganito ka, gawin mo to. No. He explains it at may purpose siya. At pinaalam niya sa atin yun, paano? Through His Word. This is His purpose. So we may give honor to Him, na makilala natin siya, mahalin natin siya, to make a difference for Him, because His message is unique. His message is unique. He is unique. And this message is applicable for all of us. Philippines, Middle East, Europe, America. Because we're all humans. Mataas, mababa, kachinelas, nakasapatos, nakasando, nakadamit, nakapolo shirt, branded, hindi, nakakotse, hindi, rented or owned. Same message, but a unique one. Unique one. Na nagbibigay ng value sa buhay mo, hindi kung anong meron po tayo, pero kung sino tayo. Okay? Can we just close in prayer as we end? Lord, we thank you for reminding us today of a wonderful divine truth that you reveal in your scripture. It is difficult somehow to comprehend na when we come to you, we ought to surrender everything. And it's not even negotiable. Because sa kaligtasan po namin ay nakakabit sa aming pagkakilala kung sino ka. Then, hindi mo naman babaguhin yung sarili mo, Lord. Kami ang dapat magbago. Because you are who you are. You are Master of the universe, King of kings, Lord of lords, Creator, Sustainer, Designer of everything that we see real in the world. That's who you are, and that's your character. And you have revealed yourself to humanity as that, the Lord, Master. And so we, Lord, we ask forgiveness if there are times that we do not submit to your will. But there are times na we are not devoted to you. For some of us, Lord, hindi mo naman kine-question siguro yung pagmamahal namin sa'yo eh. Siguro, ang challenge mo lang sa amin is, gaano mo ba ako kamahal? Or mas mahal mo ba ako as the Lord and Savior? Father, forgive us if there are times na mas mahal kami ng iba. Forgive us if there are times, Lord, that you're not really Lord, something else or someone else is the Lord, which has become an idol without even being aware of it. Forgive us, Lord. Forgive us of this weakness. Forgive us of this sin of idolatry. Forgive us, Lord, if there are times that we are not singularly devoted to you, that we don't want to do what you want us to do. Even though it's our duty to worship you, to fulfill the Great Commission in our own way, to be Christ-like, to be patient and kind, and be Christ-like. Forgive us, Lord. And we thank you as well, because you remind us that, well, you take care of your people's needs. You will provide for your slaves' needs, because you are our master who has unlimited resources, unlimited wisdom, unlimited knowledge, unlimited strength, unlimited capacity, Lord. And no mountain is too big for you to move. No heart is too difficult for you to reach out. Even the hardest of hearts, Lord, can turn and have a miraculous conversion. So many times, even the Apostle Paul was like that, a murderer, an aggressor, but he was changed. Because nothing is impossible with you. So Lord, we ask and we thank you for reminding us that you are able to provide for our needs and answer our requests according to your will. But not only that, that you are the one who ultimately sustains us spiritually. When we are down and discouraged and confused, well, you're the one that gives us the necessary wisdom and peace when we pray to you and communicate to you and reminding us na, hey, you're there. Hindi naman nagbago yung promise mo eh. You know, our situation changes, Lord, but your promise does not. We change, but you don't change. So, Lord, we pray na doon po kami doon po kami kumapit. Hindi lang po sa feelings namin, hindi lang po sa changing circumstance, but your truth, Lord. Your objective truth revealed in Scripture. Your promises, who you are, and who we are, and what you command us, and what you promise, Lord, to carry us through in our difficult times, Panginoon. You know, those kinds of things. Thank you for reminding us that we are totally dependent on you. Not only that, we are totally dependent on you, on our salvation, kaligtasan, ang aming pong kaluluwa. But ultimately, kayo po ang magliligtas namin when the day comes that we die, and we are accountable now to everything that we have done on earth or not done on earth, that you're the one who will stand and say to the Father that you have paid the price. You are our great high priest, Lord Jesus. You're the one who paid the price with your blood. And lastly, Lord, thank you for reminding us that because you own us, we are accountable to you. Accountable to you, Lord. How we live our lives, paano kami nakikitungo sa kapwa po namin. Lord, sa totoo lang, mahirap because you know us. You know, nanggaling kami sa iba't ibang past and struggles and troubles, Lord, that made us who we are. But tulungan niyo po kami na magbago, Panginoon. Yun naman yung pangako niyo eh. When we entrust ourselves to you, kayo po nagbabago sa amin. But Lord, we also pray that you would constantly keep in our minds to have a fear of you. Not just a love of you, but a fear of you. Knowing, Lord, na sa lahat po ng biyaya niyo sa amin, sa lahat po ng sino kami, Panginoon, kung sino kami ginawa kami, kung sino man kami ngayon, kung nasan man po kami ngayon, is you made it so because we are accountable to you kung paano namin ito ibabalik sa inyo. Accountable kami kung paano namin ibabalik ang buhay namin sa iyo. Accountable kami sa iyo kung paano namin pamumuhay ang buhay namin para sa iyo. Accountable kami kung paano namin gamitin ang mga resources na binigay niyo sa amin para sa iyo. Those kinds of things too. Accountable. We are merely stewards, Lord. Stewards of all of it. Our breath, our lives, everything. But Lord, salamat because you call us also friend. We're not just slaves, we're friend. You're somebody all-powerful, almighty, yet approachable, yet somebody whom we can talk to in our most vulnerable times, in our weakest times, in our times of need. We can always turn to you as our friend. You always listen, Lord, no matter how long we rant, how long we pray. In fact, mas gusto nga ninyo mas mahabang usap sa iyo, Lord. Because that's when we cultivate our relationship with you. Just like in any relationship, communication mahalaga. Ganun din po sa iyo, mahalaga po mag-communicate kami sa iyo. So that you can communicate back to us. In our private time, most of the time, Lord. So Lord, once again, thank you for reminding us of this wonderful and great truth that we are doulos of the one who calls himself Jesus the Messiah, who purchased us, who now we ought to live for you, and kayo na babalik once more to redeem us finally and fully para makasama ka namin for all eternity, Lord. For all eternity. No more tears, no more pain in heaven, no more suffering, no more trials, no more misery, no more longing, all those things. Lord, we pray na as we go later, kayo po ang patuloy na mag-usap sa amin. So once again, thank you, Lord, and we give back to all the glory and honor and praise.